Good morning and welcome back to the Daggerwin Multifarm with Freddie. And you joined me this morning. I've been on for a couple of hours, going through a few things because I've been absent the last 2 days. Unfortunately, sick children, which they've now passed on to me. Bless them. So there's been a fair bit happening. Guys have been trying to keep up with the server as best they can. They've done a damn good job. There's been quite a lot happening, as you can see from the bank balance. We're currently sat at £2.2 million, which isn't going to last long, trust me. I already have plans. But there is actually a vote up on our Discord at the moment for what the next group of fields we're going to buy is. As the Eagle Island you will have just seen, there is chats going on, there's harvesting going on, there's things I've already purchased today. Sets. There we go. And I'm currently off to fertilise the parsnips that have been planted. Whoever decided planting. Excellent. Definitely needed because we can get that running. Zero issue with parsnips, carrots or red beet being planted, and currently we have all three. Excellent. I completely get why spinach has been stopped, because if we go to the canning factory, damn, there's a lot of spinach. So we can go through a harvest. By that point we can replant spinach and go back through that way. Happy, happy, joy, joy. You know, I love it. Just make sure. Yep, not destroying crop. Go for a bit of stereocysty. So, there has been quite a few things going on the server. Members farm has been doing pretty damn well. They're doing actually quite alright on their own. And they've got enough moderators and admins currently playing. They don't need me at the moment. And the fact I play nights, and the majority of them do play days, although there is a night shift on there. So fair play to that one. There's been updates from Giants. I'm now the proud owner of the Year 1 Season Pass, because I want it, so I got it. And the announcement as well of things are going forward, including the remake of Silver Run and another map that is to be announced. Silver Run, as those of you that know me on this server and have seen from my previous videos, could you imagine me being let loose with all those trees? Could you just imagine logging into the server in the morning and just seeing the carnage that I can bring of see how many trees Freddy can bring down in one night? If we owned all the land, do you reckon I could bring down the entire map in a night? I'd more likely crash the server, but oh, it'd be fun. We all know how much I despise trees. I've actually played the Silver Run map on FS22, so I am quite familiar with it. A good map. I wasn't that keen when Giants actually announced it. But I thought at the time, you know what, give it a go. They've done it obviously for a reason. and I was pleasantly surprised by just how good it was. I actually quite enjoyed it, and I actually brought down the entire map in single player. Cut down every single tree. It was glorious. But anyway, back to the multi-farm, because things have been changing, things have been occurring. Now we're done with fertilising that. You can see here, yard 2, I put an additional root storage in, which I said I was going to do. It is the multi one. The second shed is finally finished. So we have both sheds fully built and a bale and pallet storage, which is going to be used for storing of rice saplings, which I've now currently got on storing. And I've let the guys know I want 100 pallets in there. 124 litre pallets of rice. Because that's the only thing that's going to be stored in there. And it's going to be glorious. Because at that point we can change the greenhouse for rice saplings back to selling, and it'll take us frickin' ages to get through 100 pallets. So it'll be extra income whilst we're working through what we've got. And at 250 pallet capacity in there, I think 100 pallets is perfectly reasonable. It just means for now we've just got to pull pallets across as they're being produced. I'm doing some, I can see the guys have done some themselves, so I am pitching in as well as asking for things to be done. I'm not going to post up jobs as farm manager that I don't want to do. I don't believe in that. I believe in posting up jobs that just need to be done that I am willing to do myself as well. And I hate ploughing, but I'll go and do it. I don't like baling, I will go and do it. I'm not bothered by the jobs, I'm bothered by continuing the farm progressing as it is. And to do that, we've just got to pitch in. Everybody pitches in, which everybody is doing. I'm very, very happy with that. And we will continue to make the good, steady progress that we are making. I mean, last time I was on, we were at 600 and odd thousand, I think it was, in the bank. Clothes have been sold, goods have been sold, and we're now at 2.2 million. That's after purchases I've made today. We were at 2.1 million when I logged on. I made purchases, we dropped to 1.9. And through sorting out a couple of productions, selling off some excess goods, we're back at 2.2. It is glorious. It is progress. We are working together. We are all getting towards where we want to be. Things are being repaired, as you can see, that's not me. Here's how that things are being repaired. Excellent, keep it going. If they're repaired, and if I do spend a load of money, then everything is fixed and ready to go. Fuel. I've done my usual, checking all the silos, first logged in, going through all the productions. I'm in the process at the moment of helping out with potatoes, to which I've made a change to the potato silo as well, the root crop storage. I've sold the Pacific potato one, which had a capacity of 550,000 litres, and I put the universal one in, which has a capacity of 1.1 million litres. It's cost us £50,000 effectively, after the rebate for selling the old one. But for double capacity, I think it's a worthwhile investment. The second root crop storage that's in next to the carrots is a multi-capacity one, 1.1 million litres. Excellent. It's going to keep us going for quite some time. That one was Pacific. I put it down on purpose on that very reason. I've kept the carrot one so that we can have carrots in one, parsnips or red beet in the other. There's a few little things I need to sort out, like long row rice in storage, it doesn't need to be in storage, rice in storage, it doesn't need to be in storage, and to do with being in production. But at the moment we've got fields to sort, things to do. The sawmill is running low. So the psycho me, trees, I know Addy will probably look at that and go, oh, Freddie, not again. It's only a small bit, Addy, don't panic. Not yet. Okay, so purchases I have made. I have bought 2 things so far, since I've logged in today. The first one is this Lemkin cultivator. Now, I know some people look at that and look at our disc carrier that's outside and go, why the hell have you bought that with that massive disc carrier outside? Hello. Well, the reason is we need the deep cultivator, which that one can do deep or shallow, to fix the hail damage areas. So we're using that for Pacific circles. That is working. It is of a nice size and wasn't overly expensive. I think it was £29,000. Brand new. And it works. That's why that was bought. And then for a large area, we can use a disc carrier. The one I did buy, and I bought it for myself, is the Volvo FH16 780. Reason being, this is close, or as close as Farming Simulator can get me at the moment, to the truck I drive in real life. I drive a Volvo FH16 LNG, liquefied natural gas. That is the truck I drive on a daily basis, and that fifth wheel is just... Sorry giants, that is too far back. It should be here. It should be there. I know you're going for between the 2 axles, but it should actually be up on this one, which actually lifts a bit off that axle and balances it more on these 2. That is too far back. I could also bring this up to about here where it should be in real life, because damn, those cage balls be stretched. Anyway, enough of me and trucks. So yeah, bought that because it's a lot more horsepower, which we need for pulling some of the loads we do pull. It is better, newer, because it's been brought brand new. So what is the plan? What is the plan and the options that are up on Discord? Currently have a vote underway, and it's what fields to buy next. Do we buy 19 and 20, combine, another permanent cotton field, 12, 13, 22, chop down all the trees, don't worry about the lake, and combine these 3, or 11, 14, 15 and 16, which I've already checked on the farmland, we can chop down all these trees and make another big field. Those are the options. I've left it down to the guys, but given the money we've got, I may do the top 2. I may not, may do just 1, because there are other things we're looking at buying. One of which is upgrading our combine up to the next one. Good news on that, we don't need to change the 2 headers, because the combine I'm looking at uses those 2 headers. We can use them, and it's the biggest header we can get anyway. Also looking at, let me get my notes up. Waiting on a second cotton harvester coming up in the sale, because we want a second one. Looking at the John Deere 848 L2 Forder, because it's better for moving trees around. And we're also looking to switch to square bales. Now this one's got a bit of debate going at the moment. I might as well bring it up in the store and show you guys. The Chrome Big Baler has an option in it to add silage additive tank, which will increase the amount of silage we get per silage bale. Now we don't need to worry about buying a new wrapper. Our wrapper covers both round and square bales. We will need to change the autoloader, which, okay, not a big issue. We've got the money. But to go for that, we're talking £210,960 with the silage tank. I personally don't think it's worth it. £40,000 extra, that could effectively be a small field. We're doing the same size bales. The difference is 1 mile per hour faster, and the Crone requires an extra 15 horsepower. In fact, it requires 5 horsepower less. My mistake. The class is slightly smaller. We've got 2 big class tractors, which it fits in with those, and it's £40,000 cheaper. If we were going to get into the biogas plant, this big beautiful beast, I would say silage additive would be worth it. But if we're going to do that, especially as this place is £1.9 million just to buy it, it does come with these 2 big pits, and for those I would get loading wagons, and those loading wagons have silage additive tanks. I wouldn't do it by bales. It's just not worth it. May as well do it large production. You're moving large volumes of grass and possibly chaff as well. I'd do it by loading wagons. To me, it just makes far more sense. That needs emptying again. There's a shock. Potato harvester fills up quick. So yeah, that's where we're up to at the moment. Long grain rice needs replanting. But I've not had that much to actually do since logging in. A few fields that need sorting out. Cotton's been harvested on both fields. Jobs are getting on with it. The guys have gotten on with carrying on with the jobs list on Discord. Love it. Nice to see progress being done on that. I'm really happy with it. Please, Discord is there to be used. It's not just a farm manager tool. It is there for everybody. If you guys want to keeping up with the jobs list, so we all know where one another are, 10 out of 10, I support this action. I'm very, very happy with it. It's given me insight whilst I've not been on to see what's actually going on the farm, what has and has not been done. And I can physically see just from Discord, before I logged in tonight, that activity in progress is being done, and I want to reward that with the amount of money we've got and what we're spending it on. By putting it back into everybody's vote, these are the options, pick one and that's what we'll roll with. The same as not having spinach planted. I'm not worried about it. We have something planted. We can make profit off what's planted. We can't make profit off of nothing being planted. So I have no reason to be upset. I'm happy that red beet, parsnips and carrots are being planted. I'm happy potatoes have been planted and being harvested. I'm pitching in, joining in with it. I'm happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. And we're making profit off of things that are in the ground. The cotton that's being harvested, turned into clothes, sold for mass amounts. Awesome. Profit, money. Now I'm looking at where we are going in the next step. I'm looking a step beyond that. I'm thinking there is a good chance we are going to get into running the biogas plant. But with the cost of it, I want to get everything else sorted out first. I'm also looking, do we get into bee harvesting? Do we get into green bean harvesting? Those are also 2 big expensive harvesters. But with that, we're going to need more land to maintain what we're doing, as well as get into that as well. The reason I'm looking at green beans and peas, potentially as well, is cannon factory. We already have a production that can utilise those crops. So all we really need is the harvester on the land. So we already have the planter and the seeder to be able to utilise these crops and get them in the ground. Same as I'm also looking, do we want to get a second cowshed and split up the buffalo and cows? The problem I can see with that, of getting a second cowshed, it's not the cost of it, we can cover that. It's not the cost of the animals, we can cover that and we can breed them for free. It's the extra total expansions. We will need a second TMI mixer, not a big issue, we can get the money. But it means as well, we're also going to go through double the amount of straw, hay and silage. Does also mean we're going to be producing double the amount of slurry and manure, which is effectively free fertiliser. So it's the ups and the downs on that. And it's also space, where we put it, because we don't really want it too far from our current one. But the problem is, no load of space. You know, the yard is quite full. We've utilised pretty much the entire space we've got. We've got a little bit here because these machines are difficult to get in that freaking shed. And we can't use the back door on the shed because it's overhanging a cliff. So, there's always something. It's, yeah. It was just the land we had at the time when we created this farm. No issue with it, we've utilised the best amount of space we can. My other thought, and it may be unpopular, but nah, I'm good at doing unpopular, is to sell this shed up here after moving everything out of it. And we could utilise this space for another cow pasture. It's possible. Ignore those two dollies. Addy, you never saw them. You don't know where they are. They're hidden. You're not allowed them. Hate dollies. Yeah, 'cause there's not anything really stored up here at the moment. It's just a surplus shed. But then again, is it enough space? Decisions. The choice of being a farm manager. Do I put it here? Do I put it there? Do I put it over everywhere? Ideally, we want about the same size as what we've got, which is a fair old amount of space. And we transfer the cows, probably from this one, over to the new one. Let the buffalo breed up and fill this one up. Let the cows breed up. And continue on. And as you can see, it's not small, it's probably a bit bigger than the space we have available up there. It's, yeah, decisions. It's always something to try and decide on. How are we getting on with this field? I think he's collecting the stones at the moment, so that's not going to be far off from slurry and planting. Thankfully, I need to redo long grain rice, and that requires the seeder, not the planter, and we have plenty of tractors available for both, so that's not an issue. Now I can work on carrots and other bits that get ready to be done. So as always, there's always something to do on our farm. If you say you can't find anything, I say rubbish, you're not looking hard enough. There's always something to do. Getting trees, sorting machines, moving pallets, ensuring the sheep are fed, sorting fields, keeping production stocks up. There's always something to do. I've not sat here on this farm in quite a while actually and gone, you know what, there's nothing to do. It was only the very, very early days of the farm that was potentially a problem, and we were doing contracts to keep the people that were playing occupied. We've come a long way since then, and there's practically no contracts left. Even with the amount of fields that are on the map, if I go into the contracts now, yeah, there's not a lot to be done. Look at that, cows are lovely. That was all topped up, running nicely. It is glorious. We look down, yeah. Peas, green beans, yeah. I mean, flour is something we could possibly look at. Possibly. What's needed for noodle soup? Eggs, flour. Chickens is something we've not done so far on this farm. I think we've got enough palleted goods for now. Struggling to keep up with it at the moment. Cement factory, I've got a trailer loading at the moment, so that'll be more going down there. Top cement factory, loving it. Bottom one, yep, we're on all selling. Carpentry, running low on wood, I know that. The dairies, look at that. Greenhouse for rice saplings, yeah, there's space over there at the moment, so that won't be building up in level. That's doing good. Oil mill, look at that. We've got a canola field planted at the moment. We've got more long grain rice in storage. That. Sunflowers, I've only just sold off the massive amount of sunflower oil we had. We had 50,000 litres in there. So, that's working. Spuds, working. Rope maker, working. Sawmill is out now, needs wood. Spinneries, look at that, lovely. Tailor shop, look at that. First time in ages we've actually got fabric build up. Lovely. Water distributor, yes. And I put 2 loads in myself today. Love it. But I only had to put 2 in, and look at what level we're at. It's awesome, it is working. I love it. Look at that, parsnips. Love it. Red beet, spinach, carrots. It's all working. It's all glorious. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's get this guy empty again. It's the only problem with spud harvesting. You've got to pretty much be chasing this guy. It's the same as on root crops. High yield, that's why we do small fields. Do them small and often. They're not the widest of headers. Takes freaking ages to get them out of the ground. But if you do it small and often, it becomes less of a chore. That means we can do the other fields, we can keep up. All works. If you plan right. With seasons on, it'd be different. You want one big field, one massive harvest that's going to do you months. But this is not, we're not running seasons. And we're not going to be running seasons. And the reason for that is because, as you can see, I'll show you now, only 59%. It's only Hill Creek that are on at the moment, and it is 20 to 3 in the morning. Hickory are not on. It's not fair to them if we're on running time away and suddenly all their fields are withered away. It is not fair. So the reason we don't have seasons off, because withering is off. So those fields, that will remain ready to harvest until they get back on. That will remain ready to harvest till they get back on. Man, they've got a fair bit of work to do. Harvested, harvested, harvested. Harvested, harvested, harvested and cultivated. Ooh. Boys, we've got work to do tomorrow. Now, we've got carrots ready to go, and that's grass. These are being done. No problem. Growing, 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 growing. We'll be growing soon. So yeah, that's where we're up to. I'm going to carry on through the night whilst I'm still feeling a bit rough. Thank you to my son for that. Awesome. He's been doing nothing but screaming for his dad the last 2 mornings. Apparently dad gives the best cuddles, so gotta do what you gotta do. I know the guys on the server have been appreciative of... In fact, we do appreciate real life's gotta come first. This is just a game. We play for fun. And fun is where we try and keep it. Same as the original farm manager that joined Addy is been away with some real life issues, whatever they are. Something's come up. That's where I stepped in as farm manager. And he said he's hoping to be back soon. I'm going to welcome him back with open arms. Absolutely. No issue with it. Real life's got to take priority. This is just a computer game. No problem with that whatsoever. This is just a game. We've got something that's going on. This is why we have multiple admins and moderators. So somebody's always on, can deal with stuff. You know, real life gets in the way. One admin needs to step away and do some stuff. There's enough of us kicking around. The servers never suffer. The players never suffer because of it. Everything gets done. I have no problem stepping up and taking the reins for a bit and getting on with things. You know, it's the nature of it. We're all trying to play for a goal and a benefit. I honestly think when he gets back, because he has been involved in Discord during his absence, so he's seen what's going on. I think he's going to be happy. Come back in, the farm has become much, much bigger than when he left it. I have no problem taking input and welcoming him back into the fold, effectively. And this is why I put so many posts on Discord, keep so many things updated, give people information on what's going to be next. I don't go for long distance, I try and go, what's the next step? What's the next step of what we're playing? So if something changes, it's not, oh right, okay, oh this is what it is this minute, this is what it is that minute. Can't keep up with where Freddie's mind is. I can't keep up where my own mind is. I don't expect other people to. But it just gives, right, this is where we're going with the next step. This is what's next to be planted. I'm the one thinking a lot of the time of 2-3 steps ahead and where we are there. But a lot of times that plan changes a lot. Because, oh, I'm thinking of doing this, and then something else comes along and it's right, okay, we'll change that, we'll do that later on, and we'll do this now. That's the nature of where my mind is with planning. It doesn't bother me doing it that way. You know, it's... You've got to adapt with your plans. And considering we had nothing in storage, I logged on this morning, or this evening. Look at that. 251,000. We've not even finished the field yet. And we're going to be planting potatoes again in that field. So it's been ploughed, stone picked, and fertilised and planted. And that will bring our potato level back up to where it should be. And our production, even with the update of the mod, because we've got both the planters, both the harvesters back now. That was done. We were refunded for one, same as Hickory were refunded for one. We bought both because we had the money. And we wanted to get back in. Everyone was happy that we've got back in to doing these, both the potatoes and the vegetables again. So, no issue with that. It's going to make us money. Money is good. Money is buying us upgrades. Not sure if I've gone over this in a previous video. Something I'll do in a second once the potato harvester is emptied. As you can see, the bottom right, I've got it set for 6 miles an hour to run alongside the harvester and just empty. That's what we're getting. If I want to take off at full speed, if I just hold set cruise control and away up to 32 miles an hour. I've not changed anything because if I turn cruise control off, turn it back on, back to 6. Hold it down again, 32. So a little tip for you there at the end of the video. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. And I shall see you again next time. You guys take it easy.